Hi everyone, it's Tammy with Frou-frou Studio, and I wanted to come on today and share a piece of ephemera that I'm going to make for my little French journal that I started. And I've been kind of working on ephemera all day for the 3 different journals that I'm going to do. So I thought I would jump on and show you this, and hopefully it'll be something of interest for you, and something that you want to try out on your own. So the first thing that I did is I made a kind of a envelope bag out of a piece of tracing paper, and all I did for that is I just kind of, folded it over like this. And I'll do another one real quick because I need another one. So I just folded the paper kind of like this. And then I folded the bottom up. Sorry for the ink all over my hands. Like I said, I've been working on ephemera all day. And I've already washed them a million times. I meant to wash them before I started the video. Okay, and then you want to take an angled cut up to your intersection. Like that. And then you want to take just a little bit of an angle and cut that piece off down to your intersection. And all you're doing here is you're taking out the extra bulk so that when you fold it up to glue it or tape it or whatever, it doesn't crash. So then you can fold this up and it folds nice and flat. Okay. And then at the top, you can determine, how tall that you want to make it. Let me mark that if I can find a pencil. And then just cut it with your picking shears across the top. Or if you don't have that, you could have shears like this. You could tear it with your tear ruler, or cut it with your decal cutter if you have one of those, whatever. Or you can just cut it straight across. I did not cut it straight across at all. There, that's better. Okay. So that's how I made the envelope, and I used double-sided tape because it is tracing paper, and I thought that that would work better than glue, because I didn't want a glue line. And you can see I've got a nice clean bag on the back. And then I just took some stamps, a script stamp stamped all over, and then this is a Tim Holtz stamp. And then these little labels are a freebie from the Graphics Fairy. And I just put a couple little brads in here. Sorry, I was having trouble thinking of that word. And I put some homemade paper behind it. Okay, so that's how I got my little envelope. And now what I'm going to do is kind of make a ephemera stack to go down in my envelope. And this is just some digitals that I have printed out on like newsprint and then back them with coffee dyed paper, so it makes them really soft and makes them feel really old. And I've got several different ones here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stack them up. And I have several people's digitals, and so rather than trying to remember who all I have here, I will, when I post the video, I will link or list all the different ones that I used so that you can go and check them out if you're interested, because there are, like I said, there are several different ones. I'm going to put a hole protector on that one. And I just went through, this one's got a blue theme because it is going in that first French journal that I'm making. And I'm just going to go through and I'm going to stack them all up. I think that's all. Let's see. I'm going to put this little label on this. Kind of like that. And then I want to stamp it. Okay. Then I've got just some little itty bitty scraps of lace and fabric. And I've got this little digital. And I've got a little ticket. I do know that one's my porch prints. And then this is one of Amy's at Crafty Cat, one of her keys that she is making on her Glowforge. And I just took it and I embossed it with some embossing glaze, and it makes it a little stiffer. And I think that turned out really cute. They're fabulous, by the way, these keys. You get a whole bunch of different ones. I'm trying to decide if I want the bird under the fabric or above it. Okay, so I think what I want to do is I want to staple these three things onto this tag. So I'm going to staple these two first. And you could glue if you don't like the idea of the staples. And then I'm going to staple the bird on here. Okay, and then I think I'm going to put this all together with a bulb pen. Like that. And then I think I'm going to put this big brad through my tags. Let me poke a hole here. And I intentionally left all these pretty thin. This one right here is the newsprint only, but I think it feels more genuine that way. I'm wondering. Okay, take that back out because I should have put the sorry, I'm trying to hold this and get these brads where I want them. There we go. Or the prongs for the brad. I just need to manipulate that around a little bit. I think I'm going to loosen it up a little bit, actually. So the brad's not so tight. can't really see my bird. My birds. Something like that. We need to trim these pieces a little bit so you can see the birds a little more. Not that you have to see them completely, but maybe what I should do is rotate that a little bit. I don't like the way that key is sticking up. So, what I'm going to do, I believe, is, first of all, turn the key around, because it's going to be backwards if I don't. And then sorry guys, I'm being so fiddly with this. I'm going to stick my brad through the fabric and let this key hang more loose. I think that's going to make me much happier. If I can get it through there. Okay, let's try it again. Now, it's much better. Okay, so that is the concept I was going for. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put our ephemera, and you could add more to this if you wanted to than these pieces, but all these pieces are able to be journaled on the back of them. So they've all been back so that you could journal on them. And then we're going to slide it down in the bag. like so. And then I made these little hat pins. These are just little hat pin bases that you get at Joann's. And I glued some lace and a little button on it. And I put a piece of cardstock on the back so it'd have a nice surface to glue to. And then I glued my little lace pieces, and then I glued my button. And we're going to use this to close the bag. And I'm just going to poke a hole like that. Then I'm going to just put the little safety piece on there so it doesn't stick. And there you go. You have a cute little ephemera bag that you can either stick in your journal or send with your journal, or send in a happy mail, or you know, put a gift in. The bag idea doesn't have to necessarily be for journals. You could use that for a gift bag as well. And for this particular journal, it's probably a little wide, but I'll still stick it in there, you know, to go with whoever gets the journal. So, like I said, I've been working on some ephemera for this one, and it's actually getting quite chunky already. But this is what it looks like so far. This is inside the front cover. This is a little heart that I hand stitched. Yes, I did sewing. Can you believe it? I put a fabric pocket on here. It's got an old, not an old, but it's a digital of an old document. And I've got this picture, and this is TaylormadeJournals. And this is Heather with Ruby and Pearl. And then I put a blue handkerchief in here. And then I made this little envelope so far. And it flips down. But I have it flipped up so that I can remember that I've already stuffed it. And just another little pocket there. I made this little tuck spot. Haven't done anything there. I do have an envelope here. That's a double pocket that I need to make something to go in. Postcard here. I did a little embellishment there. You can't see that because you'll be seeing that in, I saw it on Pinterest this week. Got another flip out here that I need to do something with. This will be our center of the signature, so I need to figure out how to dress that up a little bit. I just love that picture though. And I love this print because you can actually feel the type on it. What else have I done? Oh, I did this little tuck here with a letter in it, and these are the tags I did the other day. I put one of those in there. This is a little pocket that's got another little digital vintage letter in it. Again, another tuck, and it's got vellum with a stencil behind it, and it's got a tuck here and then a little cluster here, and just a little tuck here with a letter in it. And on the back pocket we have another little letter here and a tag here. So that's where I am so far. So it's coming along, and it probably won't have, other than doing some collaging on some papers and, you know, filling a couple of tucks and stuff. It probably won't have a lot more bulk, but it will have a little bit. So, oh, and I guess for this, I would probably just have to stick it in here because it's going to be a little wide. So I don't know if I would stick it in there or if I would just include it, you know, with the journal. But I think that for a regular size journal, it's going to fit fine. This particular one would, because it's only 5 inches wide. So for, you know, an 8.5 by 11 folded in half journal, it would fit in the pages. So, and you can make this any size. I just went by the size that I had on that back sheet of my cluster. So if you wanted to make it for this, you could just as easily. You just wouldn't be able to use that back piece. You'd have to, oh, I just did that backwards. You'd have to come up with a different back piece, of course. So that's where we stand on this one. And like I said, there will be another French one, and there'll be a Italian one and a German one. So that is that. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope that this is a good project for you guys. Let me know what you think. And if you haven't subscribed, if you would do so, I would so appreciate it. It really helps my channel to get all those little algorithm kind of things that we're supposed to be getting when we're on YouTube. I don't know, it's all great to me. And I will be back tomorrow with a little short video because I've had a couple of people ask me how I made my book for my hashtag 50 stack challenge. And so I want to do a little short video to show people how, the people who ask, how I put that together. So until then, I hope everybody continues to have a great weekend, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.